Dean, have any new kids lately?
Dean, what you up to, pimp? Sorry, Dean.
No kids for me. I got one.
Yeah, he's doing good, though.
Yeah. College kid. Shout out Ethan.
So what are the other interesting fights on 300?
Pull
So
that shit up.
BMF. You got the BMF fight. You got Zhang Wei Li versus Yan Xiaonan. That should be what? Zhang Wei Li is a monster.
Yeah, I think she's
every time I'm at the PI, she's always there. She's never not training when I'm there.
This is the dark horse. Oliveira and Saryukian.
Yeah.
Now, let's
What
talk
a
about
fight.
that. What do you think about that?
That Saryukian dude is a dangerous motherfucker, but so
I
is
know.
Oliveira. Oliveira is the wildest turnaround of any fighter of all time. At one point in time, he would like fall short a lot. Like
Taps
submit
the
a few
strikes
guys.
to Paul Felder,
Yeah.
and then comes back and just knocks everybody out.
and just annihilates everyone, and like has no fear. It's like a different human being was like reborn inside of his body.
Because he was not known for it, but he was known to be able to break.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, if that's in him, it stays in him. It hasn't been in him for a while.
No, dude,
you know what
he's
I mean?
been smashing everybody.
But
I mean, he
what-
smashed Gaethje. He smashed. Did he fight Gaethje? Yes.
Yeah.
He beat Gaethje. He beat. Who else did he beat?
He beat Chandler.
Chandler. Look, that Chandler one was crazy too because he got hurt real bad in the first round.
Dropped.
Yeah.
It's just also the power that he has is very unusual. He loses to Makhachev. That's right. He beat Poirier. I mean, come on, son.
Gaethje
I fell
champion.
for
Beat Chandler, Poirier, and Gaethje in a row. I mean, that's wild.
I fell for Beneil on that fight, man, because Beneil was doing so like Beneil wasn't afraid to face him down there. A lot of guys are afraid to go down there with him to the floor.
Yeah.
And you know, rightfully so, because I just watched recently his fight with Kevin Lee again.
yeah.
And Kevin Lee thought he'd be okay down there, and fuck, man, you're fighting off one. You're fighting to get out of an arm. He's on your neck. You out of the neck. He's on your leg.
That was the one when Kevin didn't realize he went out.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
And he tapped. He didn't realize
Yeah,
he
he
tapped.
went- yeah.
I'm feeling. I think. I think that Armin's going to take him. I think he will take him down, and I wonder how that's going to go.
That's what I'm waiting to see.
Very interesting fight.
If Charles is able to get on top of him, like Gamrot was able to control
Right.
him on the ground, and
But
you
then
can't
look what he
leave
just
Charles
did to
on you like
Dariush.
that. Yeah.
Look what
well,
Armin just did to
Well, I think didn't
Beneil.
Charles kind of whacked Beneil too in the
He
first
did
round.
too. Yeah, he did too. Yeah,
Bo's wrestling.
that's an interesting fight. Isn't it crazy that you got Bo Nickel, who's only had how many MMA fights?
4, 5.
maybe.
And he's on the main card.
I mean, here's
you know why.
my thing with him, man. Like, I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be a great fighter.
For
but
sure.
I don't like how he talks about already accomplished fighters who've been through it.
What does he say?
Like, I mean, he's always talking about, oh, me and Kamzat will be an easy fight and this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, dude, like, you got 4 fights and you got help with those fights.
Yeah, and we haven't
you know
seen
what I'm
you
saying?
get stuck on your feet.
I
yet.
mean, but the thing is, like, even his opponents, like, you know, Jamie Pickett, like, even Cody Brunch is known to fold in fights. Like, he's fighting guys that are folding.
Yeah, well, maybe they see a future champion and they're
Well,
kind
I
of
get
building
it.
him the right
I
way.
get it, but what
I
I'm
think
saying
they're
is,
trying to bring him along.
but I mean, you could bring him along, but don't, if you in that position, don't talk about guys that had to go
I
through
hear
it.
you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
but isn't it interesting that some fighters they decide to bring along?
Yeah.
And
This is
others
the-
are victims of their
Like,
success.
Look what's on the undercard. Yuri Prohaska.
Holly Holm.
Look at Calvin. Look at this. This is the undercard. Prohaska versus Rakic.
That's wild as it is.
Wild fight. Calvin Cater and Aljo. Holly Holm and Kayla Harrison.
Let's talk about that. What do you think of that?
I don't know. Can she make the weight?
I like Holly personally.
What was she fighting at?
155.
No. There's no way she doesn't make the way. She's a complete professional, but how she performs is going to be tough.
I just think
Diego Lopez, bro. That
Yo, that dude is a killer. Yeah.
He's a
savage.
killer. That's a future world champion.
No doubt
caliber
about that.
fighter.
No
He's
doubt
a
about that.
straight up killer.
Sadiq, he's fought for me back
Super
in the day
Sadiq's
on Shogun.
excellent. That's a good fight. Jalen Turner and Hanato
That's another- I
Moicano.
think
That's
that's
a
a
good-
good
Look
another
at
good
all
fight.
of these other fights that aren't on the main card.
Jim Miller. Let's see
and
Jim
Garbrandt.
Miller.
Jim Miller,
on UFC
animal.
300.
right?
Davison Figueiredo with Cody Garbrandt. That opens up the fights.
That's crazy to
That
think
is
about,
the
right?
craziest
That's
card
the
of
first
all
fight
time.
on the prelims.
That is the craziest card of all time in
No
human
doubt.
history.
I was shocked when I saw that was the first prelim
This
fight.
fucking card is bananas, man. Scroll up a little bit more, Jamie. to the
Bless you.
main
Yeah.
prelim, just the bottom of it. So
I mean that is wild, dude. That is a wild undercard. Woo!
Yeah, that Turner